Hello game devs, welcome back to another GDevelop 5 tutorial. So today I'll be showing you how to create a player slide in GDevelop 5. So let's begin. Create a new project. Okay, so this is a new version of GDevelop, so that's why we have the geometry monster. Sorry about GDevelop. So this is the GDevelop 5 beta 87. If you haven't updated yours, I would advise you update it, and also I would recommend you set this GDevelop's auto updates. You can find that in the GDevelop preferences. Here we go. Auto download and install update. This is recommended by GDevelop, and I would also recommend this. So just leave that checked. Okay, close. Now let's begin. Create a new project. So for the sake of those who are new in GDevelop, I will have to create an empty game. Okay, so create an empty game, and now we have to create a scene. Every game made in GDevelop was made with has a scene, so we have to add a scene. So click to add a scene. Let's rename that. Rename slide scene. Okay, open that up. So this is what scene looks like. This is the default color of a scene. And I'll show you how to change that because we don't want this for our scene. So you can change that by right clicking on scene properties, scene background color, select a color, and here we go. Okay, so now we'll be using this color. You can also set the background color in your layers editor. Here we go. So you can also set your background color here. It also works as well as the scene properties. So let's begin. Let's add a floor, add a new object, sprite. So a floor will be a sprite object, add an animation, add. Okay, here we go. So this will be our floor. I'll just name that floor. Behaviors, we need to give this a platform behavior platform. The platformer characters can run on. So unchecked ledges can be grabbed. I don't want my player grabbing the ledges. Apply and pull this into the scene. So now I need to place this across, and oh sorry. Okay, here we go. I need to place this across, and I cannot stretch it, or I can stretch it, but as you can see it doesn't look nice, so we have to pull this in one after the other. And to do this, I would recommend we use the grid. You can activate the grid by clicking on toggle or edit grid, show grid, and let's set up the grid. Here we go. Here's your cell width 70. I love using 70 and 70 for the width and the height. Y offsets about 40 and apply. So here we go. Now this snaps our sprites to the grid. So this is really useful. It's a really good tool. There we go. Just keep pulling this in. Okay, there we go. Now I know the spaces between, we'll get rid of that real quick. So to do that, you have to select all the floors which we put into the scene. Click on custom size width, so that's 70, and height 70. Okay, so there we go. Now we have our floor, that's placed out really nice. So let's add in our slide object. So our player slides under, add a new object, sprite, add an animation, add, I'll just name this platform behaviors, and we need to give our platform a platform object. Unchecked ledges can be grabbed and apply. Put this into the scene. I just need 2, so just set 1 here and 1 here. So now let's add our player, add a new object, sprite, add an animation, add first of all I need my idle player's idle sprite. Here we go. This is the idle sprite. You can select multiple sprites by clicking on the first one, holding down shift and clicking on the last. Here we go. It selects everything. Open. I'll name the object player. Set that to loop 0.1. Add an animation. Let's add our run animation. Here we go. Select the first, hold down shift, select 8, open. Set that to loop 0.05. Add an animation. Let's add in our jump animation. Here we go. Select the first, hold down shift, select the last, open. Loop, set that to 0.04. Scroll down, add an animation. Add let's add in the slide. Here we go. Select the first, hold down shift, select the last, open. Loop, and just set that to, just leave that at 0.08, which is the default. Now let's go to our behaviors. Add a behavior to the object platformer character. So I'll just leave this the same way. So if you're making a really unique game, since this is a tutorial, I don't have the time to go through every single one of these. I just have to get to the point. So add a behavior. We also need to add in the tween behavior. Smoothly animates position, angle, scale, and other properties of the object. So if you don't understand how the tween works, you can check out my tutorial on that. The link is in the description below. So apply that. In case you don't understand how this works, the platform object, you can also check out the tutorial. The link is in the description below. Apply. Now put your player into the scene. Here we go. This is what my player looks like. But my player looks really big, so I'll just scale my player down. Here we go. Okay, that's okay. Now I don't need the grid anymore, so I'll just hide the grid. Here we go, and reduce my player's height. Okay, this looks great. Now let's go to our event slide scene event. Add an empty event. There are no events here. Events are composed of conditions and actions. Add your first event is in the first button of the toolbar. Here we go. So we add an empty event and add a condition, or okay, add a sub condition, jumping. So now our player is jumping. So this only applies for the platformer object behavior. So player is jumping, add a sub condition, falling. Player is falling. Add an action, animation. Change the animation of player. Modification sign set to value 2. 2 is our jump animation. So add an empty event, add a condition, floor. So player is on the floor, add a sub condition, add condition, tween. We need to check for the existence of a tween. So player tween identifier, I'll name that slide underscore tween. Okay, slide tween. Okay, now invert condition. So slide tween does not exist on player. Add a sub condition, moving. Okay, so player is moving. Add a sub condition, add a condition, key pressed, which is a right. So we need to display the animation. So right key press, add an empty event, add a condition, key pressed, left key pressed. Okay, so once right key is pressed, add an action, flip horizontally, player no, since by default our player faces the right, so we don't need our player to flip anymore. So add a condition, once left is pressed, player. We need our player to flip, so it activates flipping. Okay, now add an empty event. I'll take that out of this sub condition. Okay, now add a condition, moving. Okay, so player is inverse condition, player is not moving. Add an action, animation, change the animation of player, modification sign set to value 0, which is the idle animation. Okay, now player is moving, animation, change the animation of player, modification sign set to value 1, which is our run animation. Now add an empty event. Okay, I'll just preview this real quick. Now here we go. As you can see, our player moves. Once right or left is not, once our player is not moving. Once our player is not moving, as you can see, it stops. It changes to the idle animation. So let's continue. Okay, so now add a condition, key pressed, S. Okay, so S, sorry, that'll be down. So down key is pressed. Add a condition, distance between two objects. The distance between player and distance between, object to platform, distance about 150. Okay, so down key is pressed and player distance to platform is below 150 pixels. Add an action, animation, change the animation of player, modification sign set to value 3, which is our slide animation. Okay, so add an empty event, and okay, before we do that, we also need this to activate a behavior. So add an action, activate a behavior, activates player behavior platform object, activate the behavior no. Okay, now add a sub condition which is our flip, player is horizontally flipped, invert condition. Now it translates to player is not horizontally flipped. Add an action, tween, which is add object position X tween player, tween identifier, slide tween to X, get this position. Here we go, X position of an object, player apply, player dot X. Now just give a space, and add a plus 100. Ease in, I'll just give this an ease out quad. There we go, ease out quad. Duration 600. Destroy this object when tween finishes no. Okay, so tween the X position of player to player X plus 100, so this moves to the right. Now add an empty event, horizontally flipped, player is horizontally flipped, tween, let's add, here we go, add object position X tween player, tween identifier, slide underscore tween to X player, position. We go X position object player. Now for player to move backwards, we add a -100. Ease in, I'm still with the ease out quad. Duration 600. Okay. Now add an empty event. Here we go. Add a condition. Tween. We need to check for the existence of our tween. So tween exists. Player tween identifier. Slide underscore tween. Okay. So slide tween on player exists. Add a condition, and our tween has finished playing. Player tween identifier. Slide tween. So tween slide tween on player has finished playing. Add an action. Activate a behavior. Player behavior platform object activate yes. And also we needed to remove the slide tween. Remove a tween player tween identifier. Slide tween. Okay. Okay, so we need to pull this out. Here we go. And preview. So here we go. This is my player. Once down key is pressed. Okay, something's not right. My player's not supposed to be in the air. Okay, let's fix that real quick. Close. Okay, so I think we mixed something up in our event. Okay, here we go. Tween the X position of player to okay, I'll just open that up. Select a new object to X position. Okay, here we go. X position of platform and not player. So just take my player out and there we go. Close the bracket. Add a +100. Okay. Do the same for our player player X below. I'll just copy that and paste and change that to -100. Here we go. Now we also need to change the point of our player. As you can see, our player is slides in air. We want our player to slide on the floor, so we need to change the point of our player. So just open our player, scroll down, edit points, uncheck share same points for all animation, uncheck that animation tree, which is our slide animation, uncheck share same points for all animation. So we need to move our points upwards. Okay, I'll just fill in a random number about, okay, I'll go with 100. That's too much. Okay. -100. Okay, let's try this out. Close, apply, preview. So here we go. As you can see, our player moves a bit lower to the closer to the floor than then. Close that. Open our player. Edit objects. Edit points. Same. Go to our animation tree and change this to about 140. Close, apply, preview. There we go. As you can see, just a little more. Close, open player, edit points, animation tree, about 160 and close, apply, preview. So there we go. As you can see, our player now slides on the floor. There we go. Same here, it works on both sides. As you can see, once our player is standing, our player cannot go through the platform unless our player slides. So this is a really good thing to add to your game. So there we go. So that's how it's done. Thanks for